Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. The day's just beginning. There's so much to do. So good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Well, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And good morning, good morning, good morning to you. I got black glasses. The day's just beginning. They're filthy. There's so much to do. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning and hi to hello, friends. Lester here. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on what looks like a pretty miserable Thursday as far as the weather goes. Today, I'm just getting up. I am just getting up. Excuse me for this, and I hope that the sweet lady does not get upset. But a wonderful lady sent me some stuff for the kittens. And in that was this here flea remover. This here. And I don't think the kittens have fleas, but what I did do is, you know what? I need me a beard. I need me a way to comb my beard. And so I says, kittens, sorry, I'll bring it back when you need it. So in the meantime, I've taken off. Christy Smith is back in town. Christy Smith. Whoa. Isn't that a sight for sore eyes? Christy's one of our moderators. And Christy, I hope you don't mind if I tell this story. But Christy is just back on from vacation. Now, you'll never get this, okay? You'll never... I'll tell you what, talk about lifestyles of the rich and famous. Christy, sweet, sweet Christy, she lives in Hawaii, okay? Oh, it must be hard living in Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii, Hawaii. And she's been screaming and hollering and yelling and probably stomping her fist and stomping her foot and raising her fist, pulling out her hair, telling her husband she needs a vacation. She just needs herself a vacation. So, where does her husband take her to vacation? A resort in Mexico. Who does that? Who does that, y'all? Who does that? Who can leave Hawaii because they're just so gosh darn miserable and just get me off of this gosh darn island, husband? Just get me off this gosh darn island. And he runs her off to Mexico. I tell you what, Christy, that's who does that, Christy. Oh my God. Christy, it's nice to see that you're back. And I'm sorry y'all have to see me do this, okay? This is a flea remover from kittens, and I'm using it to comb my beard, okay? It has never been used on cats or kittens. That's the only promise I can make, okay? Anyway, good morning. I do have coffee brewing behind me. Christy, it's really nice to see that you're back. Yes, Lester has removed all of his fleas. If there's any fleas, Christy says my version's funny. It wasn't quite like that, Christy. I would love to hear your version. I would love to hear the version of you who has to escape Hawaii for a couple of weeks and run off to Mexico. But I am messing with you, Christy. I'm messing with you. I'm stirring the little pot. Christy, I just stirred the pot. I should probably nothing. I should apologize for my behavior last night. Y'all, my behavior last night. I went on a live when I should not have gone on a live. I was feeling tired. I was cranky. I was hungry. My knee was hurting. And what did I do? I went on a live. Oh, that was probably a horrible mistake. that was a really bad mistake because I ended up rewatching the replay later during the night, and I saw that I was quite the jerk. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I just, you know, it was just a long day. It was a long day, okay? So forgive me. And I was letting things get to me that don't normally get to me. I usually allow, you know, I did. I was asking. You know, the thing is, I was in a mode where I was trying to like think deep and talk about very personal things, relating our lives to the lives of other people who were in the spotlight. And I just felt like I would look back trying to see if we were reciprocating, you know, if we were on the same page, if you were getting what I was getting, if we were feeling the same vibe. And what I was seeing was, where's Barnadette? How come Sadie's not back? How are the chickens? Where's Rita? And, you know, are the girls there? Where are the dogs? What happened to Stella? And I'm just like, oh my goodness, y'all. I just got a little bit annoyed. I just wanted to have a conversation with friends and just to unwind and debrief about my day. And I felt like I was just being bombarded by questions by people who were not listening to a darn word I was saying. They just jump on a live to ask and demand a question to be answered. And I'm like, come on, we're trying so hard to change the culture of the page and get folks to talk and listen. Not just talk, but also listen. But like I was reminded last night by a friend, is that people also want to be heard. There's also people who want to be heard. And sometimes the way that you get to be heard is through, you know, through asking your questions. And then that's how we kind of conversate. But I don't know, man. I feel like I was pretty rough on a couple of people. And maybe all of you had to sit there and watch me have a little bit of a breakdown and a temper tantrum. And so I will say that I didn't mean to come across that way. Here I am trying to say I would like to build a page of love and kindness and, you know, understanding. And then I was probably not very understanding last night. So, oh, forgive me. Forgive me. This morning I'm going to get me a cup of coffee and then we're going to walk out and feed the horses. And by the time they start finishing up, we're going to go ahead and grab Talus, put him on we'll put his halter on, and then get us a lead. We're going to walk him out of the pasture, and we're going to attempt to clean him up a little bit, groom him. We'll do all of that on the live this morning if you can stick around that long. Today's Thursday, so we're not trying to beat my dad. And we'll clean him up a little bit, possibly load him, and if we can get him loaded up, then he and I will start our journey. He and I will start that long journey. Yeah, we're going to be driving him to College Station today. If you don't already know this, we're going to be driving him to College Station. And we will have him have a vet check. They're going to float his teeth. They're going to, while they have him sedated, go ahead and do a really good sheath cleaning. They're also going to give him a throat examination to figure out what's going on with all of that. As far as bathing him, I don't think so. I think it's too cool this morning to bathe him, especially before a long drive. I don't want him to be wet and that cold air blowing across him. But as far as clean him up, I mean just kind of brush him off, possibly take a towel and wipe off some of the... It looks like he's been playing in pudding, chocolate pudding, like a kid who plays in chocolate pudding, I know. But no, it's those gosh darn protein licks. It's like a protein lick. And he gets over there messing with those things. The other horses mess with them. Then they start biting on each other. Play biting. Dude wipes. That's a great idea. Dude wipes. And then next thing you know, they have protein lick all over them. And it does. It reminds you of those videos you see of kids who are sitting there having their chocolate pudding, and they end up fighting with each other, and then there's just covered with pudding. That's how he looks. And I do not want to show up at A&M, which I still, I hold A&M to a very high esteem, and I just don't want to show up to him looking homeless. I'm embarrassed about that, okay? I'm just embarrassed about that. Even though I don't mind him looking homeless out here, because you guys know he's not homeless. I think that you guys know he has a pretty nice setup. So I'm not really concerned with how you guys see him, because you know he has a good setup. But other people who see him, they have no idea. He shows up over there, and the vet tech come out to unload him, and she's like, what in, oh my God, this is just the saddest thing. And I don't want him to, everyone feeling sorry for him, okay? Who's going to meet Lester for lunch? Anybody? I saw a lot of sorry, Lester, I can't this time when I was reading my live last night. Don't guess anyone's meeting me for lunch. And I'm just hoping the one crazy chick does not show up. The lady from the crazy Canadian lady, the CCL. Y'all may see, folks, the CCL. They gave her a nickname now, the CCL, the crazy Canadian lady. Katrina goes, I live in Australia. Yeah, Katrina, that would be quite the flight for you. It's just willies, y'all. Don't worry about it. You're not missing out on too much. It's just willies. But I will say this. They do have the most amazing boneless buffalo wings. They're not really wings. They're like tenders. Boneless buffalo tenders. And, oh my God, they're amazing. They serve them with French fries. So I'm going to be eating horrible today. I can tell y'all right now, after that long drive I'm going to make, I'm going to also be eating horrible. Jennifer Spencer, friends. Jennifer Spencer. Let's all talk about Jennifer Spencer and ask ourselves, is she also equally nuts? Is the woman nuts? I know she's on here right now. I see her comments flying by. But I have to ask y'all, do y'all think that she's absolutely a nut job? Do y'all think she might be a nut job? The reason I say that is because, have y'all noticed her profile pictures? There she is right there. Oh God, she's changed it up again. Hold on, she keeps changing them up on me. I'm going to have to look at this real fast. Y'all give me a moment. Can't find a way to pull up her profile picture for you all to see. Yeah, I think she might be a total nut job, y'all. At the same time, if I could meet anybody, I think I would love to meet her. If I had a chance to meet anybody off the internet, I think she might be the person I would love to meet. She loves us with a bunch of hearts and laughy faces. Okay, well, I think she's a nut job, but that means we would probably get along just great. She taking my aging pills, y'all. There, I've taken them. Yep, she's a nut job. I'm certain of it. Never met her, but I think she's a nut job. But I say that with all love. I mean that in a fun way. A lot of people really enjoy her sense of humor. Uh-oh, someone wrote a novel. Hold on a second. Who wrote the novel? All right, here we go. Katie. Miss Katie says, Katie Appleton, what a pretty girl she is. Katie says, Lester, I hope you see this. Regarding last night, my comment when I lost it. Gosh darn it. Well, the comments are going by way fast, Miss Katie. I'll have to find it later. And I think that she said she sent an email. Ooh-wee. That means I have some good reading material. Oh, no. Jennifer Spencer needs to join the live. Yeah, if I was on StreamYard, I would try to do that. Y'all think Jennifer would ever jump in here? If she's a nut job, we could all see for ourselves in real time what a nut job she actually is. Yeah. Okay, stop saying nut job. I'll stop saying nut job. What do you guys call it? I don't mean it in a bad way. I hope that's it. I hope that's not an inappropriate term. You know, she's a cuckoo. She's a cuckoo. That's what I mean by that. We'll get back to Willie's later. Let me grab my cup of coffee if you don't mind. And I hope you're going to pour yourselves a cup as well. And if you don't drink coffee, hold on. Nut job is mean. I mean it in a fun way, guys. I say nut job all the time, someone says. Okay, a nut job is like a cuckoo, a crazy, okay, a hot mess, a wackadoodle. I think she's a wackadoodle, absolutely. She's a wacky broad. Okay, y'all get your Coke. Yes, it's a nut job in a fun way. Ooh, yes. Y'all get your sodas, get your bottles of water. Let's get us something to toast and to drink up. All right. I'm lucky that I've washed dishes recently. Boy, I'm going to go with this Christmas mug. It's pretty good size. And I will... Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What in the world's going on with my coffee makers? What's wrong with this place? Look. What is happening? It's brand new. It's brand spanking new. Why is the coffee not working? This thing is brand new. If this is going to be full of coffee grounds, it looks like I'm pouring tea. I hope there's not coffee grounds floating around in there. This place, the coffee's a funny color as well, and I understand why. Because for some reason, nothing dripped out. What is wrong with this darn thing? This is, guys, this is like a week old. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's so new. This is new. There's coffee grounds floating around in there. This is horrible. Today of all days, I need a cup of coffee. What's wrong with everything? You guys just bear with me. So it's not this part, it's that part. Guys, it's this part. How do I pick that thing up? How do I pick this up and unclog it? Oh, look. Oh, no. It's going now. It was somehow stuck on the bottom. Okay, so here's my question. What if I take all of this, because there's grounds in there, there's coffee grounds in there, and I re-pour it back into here? The problem then is when it's going to suck up all those coffee grounds, and it's probably going to really clog it. Oh, man. So what I'm going to have to do is let all this come out of there, dump it out, restart it. Man. Well, that's going to really slow me down. You know what? I'm just going to say I don't even care. I don't even care. I just don't even care. We're just going to go ahead and just do this. Oh, yeah, the clock broke, y'all. The clock broke. The second hand keeps turning, but the other hands just dangle. I don't know why when I say they just dangle, that reminds me of that song. My money don't jingle jingle, it folds. I like the way you move it, move it. Okay, I don't see any coffee grounds in there. Maybe just a couple. My money don't jingle jingle, it folds. I like the way you move it, faux show. Okay. Lester I should just stop singing. I will just stop singing right now. Y'all ever get a song in your head and it just doesn't go away? Oh my God. There. There we go. Coffee clinks to you all. So I'm just wondering, how many on here feel like coffee is the grossest thing ever? Because I used to be one of those people. I did. I used to be one of those people. Would you believe that I only started drinking coffee whenever I met Jamie? And that's been like 7 years. Yes. I met Jamie after Hurricane Harvey. And before then, I never drank coffee. Never. The most I would have is like, I would have a cocoa or whatever, but I never drank coffee. And then I met Jamie, and she was a coffee drinker. And so she started off kind of like grooming me. She began to groom me. She's horrible, y'all. She was grooming me by doing stuff like taking me to Starbucks for a vanilla bean frappuccino. And so I'm thinking, like, this doesn't taste too bad. It's not like my grandpa's coffee, but, you know, it is what it is. And then she began to go to McDonald's for the iced coffee. So you can see what she's doing here. She's slowly grooming me. She's like grooming me. Vanilla bean frappuccino, you know, the bunch of whipped cream and stuff where it's not like so coffee-ish. And then I was in my 40s then, okay? I haven't always been as old as I am now. She was grooming me. Jamie groomed me, y'all. She's horrible. She's a horrible woman. Just horrible. She groomed me. She shaped me into the man that I am today. I blame it all on her. And then, so then we started going to McDonald's for their iced coffees. So at some point, she finally, I guess, convinced me to have a sip of her coffee like this. And I tell you what, that's been probably 7 years. 7 years now I've been drinking coffee. Kayla says, I'm 32 and I'm already addicted to coffee. And now the problem is, I feel like the day does not really start until you've had your cup of coffee. So for as crazy as it sounds to a lot of folks who don't drink coffee, I think that you all have things that you do, and life can't really get started until you do those things. You know, your day can't really get started until you take care of that little itch. And to a lot of us out here, this is our itch. Anywho, coffee is life. There's a lot of folks who actually do drink coffee. Some drink Coke, sodas for breakfast. Okay, it's pretty regular. Now, I used to be so traditional that I drank milk in the mornings. You guys know how I love my cold, whole milk. And then I would have soft drinks, you know, throughout the day. I seldom drank water. Seldom drank water, y'all. And then once I went to the doctor, I think that it was probably maybe when I turned 50, and I went to the doctor. I think I told you, if you guys have followed along that long, you know that when I turned 50, I went to the doctor, And that's when he told me for the first time, and I've always gone for checkups. I've always been active, and been a regular, not like a hypochondriac, but I've always taken advantage of having health insurance and knowing that the school had pretty good insurance. So I never did not go to the doctor if I needed to go. And so it wasn't until I turned 50 and he had did some blood work. And when I went back in to go over the results, that's when he's told me for the first time, he goes, hey, it might be a good idea to cut back on the whole milk and the Dr. Peppers. And that was kind of an eye-opening moment for me. Thank God it wasn't like anything health related where I'd had an issue and then I was told. It was his way of saying, hey, the numbers are not looking as good as they have in years past. The numbers, as far as the numbers of, all the different things I'm talking about, the numbers are not looking as good as they have in years past. And so he was just reminding me that with age and time, health, it might be wise to go ahead and cut back on some of those things. So I begin to try. And so I've been in several years now of trying to cut back on sugars. Obviously the whole milk, you guys know my struggle with that. But hey, let's just hope that the whole anti-aging pills are going to work for me. Problem is, whenever these run out, if I do start looking much younger, where in the world do I go to buy these? I know there used to be a place in the mall, it was called GNC. I don't know what it stood for, but it was like a vitamin place where a lot of guys go, bodybuilders, to buy all their stuff. Someone says Amazon. Amazon. Oh my God, Dawn says you do look younger. Dawn, are you flirting with me? Are you flirting with me? Thank you. Oh no, Jennifer Spencer. It must be those testosterone numbers. My God, that girl's a whack job. I'll just call her whack job. Forget nut job. Let's go with whack job, okay? We'll just call her a whack job. All right, that's not near as, that doesn't sound as perverse, does it? Whack job? Oh no. I held the coffee too long to my lips and it fogged my glasses up. Okay, I'm going out, y'all. I'm going out. Yes, Christy, she is a fun chick. Yes, absolutely. Jennifer Spencer says, I prefer Wackadoodle. Okay, she prefers her own job, her own name, Wackadoodle. I appreciate people. There's a lot of names here that you get to see every single day, and it's always nice. Your moderators, obviously, but a lot of you guys who join us on a daily basis. Well, here's one, Dan from Oz. Dan from Oz. So I'm guessing Oz is Australia. Dan, introduce yourself. Dan says, does that brush feel good? Dan, it actually does. Dan, introduce yourself. So Dan from Oz, I recognize the name. I've never had a chance to talk to the fella, and it may not even be a fella at all, but I think that Oz might be Australia, even though it's not, maybe. Dan from Oz says, that's me. So Dan, introduce yourself. Dan, tell us something about yourself, and I'm going to see if I can grab it. And even though I'll try to read it if I can hold on to it long enough. Listen, if I touch it with my finger, and you guys on a phone can do the same thing. You touch it with the finger. Okay, Dan from Oz says, I'm a girl. Okay, I didn't mean any disrespect by that. I meant no disrespect at all. So, number one thing, Dan from Oz is in fact a girl, okay? Dan from Oz, are you in Australia? Hold on a minute. And then Aussie Girl says, yes, Oz is Australia. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. See, I'm learning things about people. So Oz, O-Z, is Australia. We always knew Oz as the Wizard of Oz. And I don't think that was Australia. The Wizard of Oz was a show that all of us saw when we were little. I hope I did not scare Dan from Oz away, because now I don't see anything different. Dan from Oz says, I married a man named Daniel, and I'm Danielle. That's beautiful. So Dan from Oz married a man named Daniel, and her name is Danielle. hence the name Dan from Oz. Everybody say hi to Danielle from Oz, if you don't mind. Let her know how much we appreciate her, okay? Now, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? Here's another name that I recognize. Sharon Siebert. Sharon Siebert. Okay, so hold on. Sharon Siebert. I thought I read. Oh, no. How embarrassing. She goes, I'm just now joining from Pennsylvania. Oh, no. I thought I'd seen that name before. I'm trying to tell you, introduce y'all to people who've been around for a while, and I grab her comment. She goes, I'm new. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I'm a wreck. I'm just a mess, okay? Okay. I could have swore I seen that name before. Oh my gosh. Well, I could have swore it, y'all. I could have swore it. Here, Amber Wood. I know I see the name Amber Wood a lot. Amber Wood. Amber Wood types in a whole lot of laughing faces and then a heart. Amber Wood, introduce yourself to everybody and tell us a little bit about you. Come on, Amber Wood. Don't get shy on us now. Introduce yourself. I'll try to grab it if it pops up. And just tell us a little bit about yourself so we know who we are. We're going to start doing this. Why don't we just start doing this, y'all? I'm trying to find Amber Wood. Everyone's saying hi to Amber Wood, and that's confusing me like crazy. I'm trying to find Amber Wood, and everyone's saying hi to Amber Wood. Oh my gosh. I can't. Now they're going too fast. Everyone's saying so high. Everyone's saying, oh Lord. Oh no, Amber, I'm never going to be able to catch it. They're going so darn fast over here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amber. I wanted to get to know you. Everyone else is, just not me. But I see a lot of names that you get to recognize. And hey, don't forget, we are a coffee club. We're a coffee club, aren't we? Okay. Here's somebody who says, I've been here since Harvey. I just don't talk much. Let me see who that person is. So Nancy, and that's completely fine. I appreciate you, Nancy. Nancy Desmoulins, I'm probably saying her last name wrong, says, I've been here since Harvey. I just don't talk much. And that's fine. Some people talk more than they probably should. Have y'all ever known someone like that? Oh, gosh. Have you ever known somebody that should probably at some point just like chill and they just can't stop talking? Oh my God, those people annoy me. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, y'all ready to go out? I got horses staring at me. The sun has just popped up. Let's go ahead and get on out of here and go take care of some chores outdoors, shall we? We're going to feed the horses first, and then we will, at some point, see if we can get some time with Talisman, and then we'll start bringing him out, okay, to love him, groom him, and all of the fun things. All right? Are y'all ready? Okay. Once again, it's nice to have you all. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's get out of here and go do a few jobs. All right. I'm playing. All right, turning you guys around. Turning you around. There. You've now been turned around. Okay. I hope that Jamie will have left the brushes all in the back of the side-by-side. But I'm going to drive the side-by-side over first. You know what I'm going to do? Before I ever go do anything with their feed, I'm going to go grab all their feed bowls to make sure I have enough feed bowls for everybody. And it is quite windy, friends. So if you hear the wind, just know that that's part of Mother Nature that I cannot control. And then a lady did send me some microphones. I've actually received a couple of mics. One mic set did not fit my phone. Another set does fit my phone. But here's what I've noticed when I was trying to figure out how to use it, is the problem is Sometimes it records amazing, and then sometimes it'll lose connection because it's like a Bluetooth, and it will lose a connection from my phone, and I'm sitting here talking away and it's not recording anything. So as far as the microphones go, look how everyone's getting along. That's so wonderful you're all getting along. I love that y'all get along now. No one's fighting. No one's arguing. No one's kicking and screaming. All right, so so there's 5 here. I'm so proud of you guys. Yes, I am. Hello, Roman. Hello, you big guy. Hello there, handsome. Hey, Rita. Are you being sweet, Rita? You're having a good morning? Oh, I'm able to love on Rita and Roman, and no one's kicking and biting at me. Well, I'm so happy no one's kicking and biting me. Hey there, babies. Oh, I'm going to love on y'all too. I know, someone says, just give it a minute. I know, y'all, give it a minute, and it'll start, I'm sure. And there's T-Man over there. Rita, you're being sweet. Everyone loves a sweet Rita. Yes, we do love ourselves a sweet Rita, don't we, y'all? Oh, boy. Oh, look who's filthy again. Baby, you're a wreck. You're you're just a wreck, sweetie. She's like, how about some food? I'm a hungry girl. Okay, Rita, that's what I'm going to do is start getting these bowls gathered up. Look out, babies. Rita, we're not doing that this morning. We had made up our mind we're not going to be doing all that kicking and biting. Remember? Remember we had a rule? And our rule is we're all going to be sweet today. Sweetie, I'm sorry, baby. She's learning. She's getting so much better. Look out. I got to go over here. Move. Rita, don't push me away from the fence, sweetie. Put your ears right, sweetie. Rita, put your ears pretty. What I'm doing is I'm going to set this up over here. That way I can pour the grain right over. Guys, this pasture is so disgusting. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll show you here in a few minutes. Over time, as more and more things are uncovered in this pasture, there are tampon dispensers everywhere. They're like everywhere. Like, look, I'm not making this up. They're all over the place. Old tampon dispensers. And I don't know how that ever happened. Like, ugh. You guys who've been following the channel for a while knows that about a year ago, in this same pasture, in this same area, we begin to uncover strange items from the bathroom. Yes, strange bathroom items. We found toothbrushes. Okay, look, guys, look. I'm not making this up. I don't make this stuff up. Fine. We'll just call them feminine products. And we even gave this pasture. Hey, who remembers the nickname we gave this pasture? Oh, that'll be a great trivia question. If I had a prize, I would give it to you. Who remembers the nickname that we gave this pasture when we first bought the property, and we gave this pasture a name? No one remembers. Playtex. Yes, we called this the Playtex pasture. We called this pasture the Playtex pasture. Y'all don't remember that? And then people got so grossed out by it. So here's what I think happened. No, I do not think the former owners had a dump in this location. Playtex. Yes, it was called the Playtex pasture because we begin to uncover all of these feminine products. And not just feminine products, but I'll just say bathroom products. Like toothbrush, like things that people have in their bathrooms, okay? And so here's what I think happened. Hear me out. And I'll just tell the story as I go up and get their feed. What I think happened is The former owners of the property, they had themselves an RV. And if you don't know this, when we first bought the place, there was never a home here. But they did have an old RV parked over here in the barn. And I think they must have spent time here because that entire feed room right there there's a bathroom in there. There was a washer and dryer, a sink. And so I'm thinking if they have an RV and they have that made into an additional bathroom, mud room, whatever, I think they must have spent time here. Okay, so fine. So when you spend time somewhere, obviously, you have trash. Over time, you have trash. I think that at some point they must have put out their trash. And maybe if they're like most people, they have some trash for kitchen trash, some trash for bathroom trash, some trash for, whatever. I think a dog, this is what I suspect. I think a dog probably come up, grabbed onto their trash bag, maybe their bathroom trash, and went off across the pasture. Now remember, that fence was not there. We built that fence. So this was just all big open pasture. And it had high grass. So I bet you a dog grabbed onto the trash bag that come out of the bathroom and ran across that pasture, probably got right about where those horses are at, and tore open that bag. And when that bag was tore open, all of those bathroom products just got spread around all around the ground over there. Over time, with pastures, grass growing, weeds, and everything else, because they had not lived here in years, guys. When we bought it, they had not been here in years. I think there was probably 10 or 15 cows that someone would graze here, another guy who leased the property, but the owners had not been here in years. And so I think it was just bathroom trash that had gotten somehow torn open over there. And over time, all of those bathroom products that would not not disintegrate, but would not, work themselves back into nature, plasticky things, just found themselves kind of buried there in the soft dirt. And now over time, with animals walking along that fence line, it has uncovered those things. The reason I don't think they would have buried their trash there is because that would have been in front of their RV and along their driveway. I do feel like if they were going to bury trash, they would have buried it somewhere out back behind their RV. But no, there was an RV sitting right here, an old, clanky RV that we ended up giving to my sister Tina and her husband Rob. They took it, and Tina spent about a year trying to remodel that thing. And boy, she did an amazing job. Tina, my sister Tina, took about a year to take that RV, and she and Rob just went by and did all kinds of stuff to make it beautiful. All right, where is my 5-gallon bucket? Guys, I'm going to clean this side-by-side out. I am going to clean this out. I just don't know when I'm going to have time to. But what I'm looking for is my 5-gallon bucket. Because if I don't have my 5-gallon bucket, how am I going to pour feed? Boy, this is going to be hard. Okay, well, guys, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm just going to do what I got to do. Oh, I'm not going to want to do this, but I'll make it work. See, that's the problem whenever Jamie comes over. She puts things places she shouldn't put them. Another example, that water hose right there. See that water hose that I have rolled up? Did y'all hear the word I rolled up? Yep, I rolled that up. Jamie come over and used it, and she gave Gemma a bath. And Gemma looked so beautiful when I got here yesterday. Problem is, there's water hose run all across the ground. And I already have to kind of like bite my tongue and not go crazy when I see the water hose across the ground over, with all of her gardens. I just bite my tongue. I just don't say nothing. I just let it go. But when you come over here and you leave water hoses all over the ground, that's where I got to draw the line. Hey, what I'm going to try to do is turn you guys onto this. I hope this thing works. Please don't judge me. Okay. Okay, it's working. I have you on my robot tripod. You're on my robotic tripod, okay? My robotic tripod. That makes it hands-free. Hey! Over here. Rita! 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 Well, that was easier. Thank you guys for following me around like that. That made my life a lot easier doing that job. So now everyone has a bite to eat. And what we're going to do is go ahead and get T-Man's halter out. See if we can put a halter on him while he's eating. And then I'll bring him out with his food bowl. And we will attempt, I say attempt, to let him eat out here. I need this right here. And I need this lead right there. All right. Oh, guys, I should have not done that. Y'all are probably going to be dizzy now, aren't you? Sorry about that, friends. All right, what I'm going to try to do is set you guys back down again on this here this post. That was creepy looking. I didn't mean to creep you all out. All right, I think that you're following me around now. All right, baby, I'm not after you, okay? I'm not after you. Here, bud. Easy. Val, don't kick me. Val, I'm behind you. That was so hard. That was so hard. I am not a horse person. So for anyone over here who's sitting here saying, Lester, that was horrible what you just did over there, that's fine. I agree. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So now we're going to attempt to put this lead on him. I don't like where she's at, really. Come here, brother. Now, I don't like where she's standing because I want to walk him out of here with his feed, but I don't want her to go nuts. So I'm going to attempt to move her around first. And hold on, I'm pushing your feet out. Move. What I'm going to do is push his feed out under the gate, under the fence. Don't. We're going to come this way over here. Come on. We're going to walk around in front of her, and I'm going to walk him out of here. But the problem is, this gate opens inward. The gate used to open out or in. It used to open out or in, but now it's broke. So now it only opens outward or inward. Guys, I know you can't see anything. I know you can't see a darn thing, but neither can I. We're all equally blind here. We are all equally blind. Let's find you a place to stand here in the grass. Over here, come here. Oh, I struggle. Now, these are made to tie horses to, so don't anyone go freaking out. If you want to freak out, you can freak out with the maker of this trailer. If you're the kind of person who wants to freak out, you can freak out with the maker of the trailer maker, because these are made to tie your horses. I want to make it a very simple tie knot that in case there's an issue, a quick release. Stay right there, I'll bring your feet to you. All right, back up, back. Here you go. Can y'all still see? Do not eat that feminine product on the ground right there by your mouth, please. Here, I'm gonna give you a dab extra because you got a long drive ahead of you. I'm going to get a brush now and start cleaning. I'll be right back. This is the only thing I could find. This is probably not the ideal brush. It's more of a comb. And I will say to the lady who's criticizing me with my horsemanship skills, just know I'm a horse owner, not a horse person. So, there. Not trying to defend myself necessarily, but I will say that they get fed, they get clean water, they have access to beautiful green pastures, they get vet care, they have what we hope to provide them with the wonderful facilities with stables and eventual stalls and hay and grass. And yes, we are a rescue operation. We're not cowboys. Okay? There. So if you want to go to a cowboy channel or horsemanship channel, you come to the wrong place. We're just people that try to take care of horses. And I'm going to start that today with this right over here. I'm going to try to brush or comb his mane and untangle it a little bit. All right? Someone says, stop defending yourself. Then you defend them for me. If you want to tell me to stop defending myself, then you do it for me. Why do I have to get on here at all and tell that person to beat it? Why don't you tell them to beat it? Or simply explain the way I am. All right? Because there could be people who are joining who don't know who I am. And they assume that I'm a horseman. All right. I'm doing a horrible job here. This is not easy, but I'll try to spin you around where you can see what I'm doing from different perspectives. This darn robot's tired of watching me. I think even the robot is saying this is boring. Even the robot's bored. Even the robot tripod saying, this is miserable. This is the worst video ever. Friends, all I'm going to say is that this is not working. This is not working. Jamie needs to leave some stuff here for me and stop taking stuff back and forth with her. What she has is herself a grooming kit that she likes. certain brushes, certain detanglers, certain things that she likes, and she doesn't leave them here with me. She takes them with her where she goes. And so this morning I come out, this is all I can find. So Lester, get the water hose. Why would I use water? I'm nervous about, so the temperature is fairly cool this morning, and so I'm a little bit nervous about using water, because if I get him wet and then we get in the trailer for a 2.5 hour drive and that air blowing across him, I don't want to get him sick. So if you guys are saying he looks fine, he doesn't look homeless, you haven't seen him up close enough. Let me flip this around and show you a little bit closer view. He needs to be brushed really good, like with a good detangler. And I feel like I'm hurting him. I'm trying to start low and work my way up higher, but look at his face. Hey, can you look up? Look at he's wearing lipstick. It's like he's wearing lipstick of yeah, it's horrible. Could you look up so I can see your lips? Oh, there we go. Looks like he has an extreme case of chapped lips. Roman, you've already had yours. You're not having more. I gave you extra. And that, what you see on his lips is part of their protein lick. Jamie says that she spoke to Miss Michelle, and these guys have never had a protein lick before, so they're getting their first experience of what a protein lick feels like. But like I said, Jamie will be getting here at some point. I'm hoping that she'll bring her cleaning kit with her, and she can have a chance to get him nice and cleaned up before we load and before we get underway. I'm going to just sit here for a little bit and love on him a moment and kind of get him calm. Rita, could y'all keep it Christian over there? Rita? And you guys can hear the wind blowing through her, I'm sure of it. But no, everyone, I see a lot of people saying he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine. Don't let it stress you. I just don't want him to show up looking like he's not been taken care of, because I promise y'all, we do take care of him. We just, it's harder. You know, none of our horses have manes and hair like these. It's a part of their breed, the drum. If you don't know, the drum horse is a mix. You're going to cut yourself in that wire by being silly, girls. Stop screaming like that. They're screeching like little schoolgirls. Eek! Eek! Okay, that's probably... There's been never a schoolgirl go, eek! But, no, they're a mix between the gypsy and a Clydesdale. And it creates one they call, oh, baby, I don't like you doing that. You're going to trip and fall. Rita, you're going to make her trip and fall over that feed trough. Rita, baby, don't come through there. You're going to trip and fall on this wire. Look, you know what this is? The worst comb ever created by humans. Rita, you're going to make her fall if you push her into this corner. She can't get through there, Rita. Oh, girls, please. Rita, just back away from her. Come here, Rita. Rita, come here, sweetie. Rita, come over here, love. Escape now, Gemma. Escape while you can, sweetie. Go the other way. Back yourself out of there. Gemma, back yourself out of there, sweetie. Back up and go around. Rita. Rita's like, she's going to go right through, right over that trough is what she's going to do. Rita. Rita, come here, sweetie. Gosh darn it, Rita. Rita. These larger, oh, Jimmy just bit her. Wait, are they grooming each other? Are they being sweet? What is Jimmy doing? Hi, Val. Hey, beautiful. You want me to brush you or comb you? You want to watch with me? We're going to watch the Rita Jimmy show together. Guys, I've had you for over an hour. If you're ready to go ahead and get on out of here, I don't blame you. I want to thank y'all for watching as long as you did, putting up with me. Are those two getting? Oh no, don't you start no mess with those two. Don't you start any mess with those two. Let them work their stuff out. You want to watch too? Look what I'm doing to Val. I'm loving her. Think I can love you with the same brush, just comb? Rita, let her out of there, sweetie. You let her out of the corner. Guys, this is Roman. Y'all want to watch? Y'all want to see? Hello there, handsome guy. Does that feel good? Does that feel pretty good right there? You like that? Is that okay? Does that make you nervous? Does that make you so nervous when I do that? I'm sorry you get so scared. Oh boy, what's going on over there? I think those two are being fine. Can I get on this side over here? Can I work over here a little bit? You know, easy. Rita, you're not helping anything over here. Rita's not helping me one bit. Why are my glasses turning wonky on me? Rita, if y'all would settle down back there, I can do a little work with Roman. So he's a little bit more skittish over on this side, probably because this over here is happening, all this riffraff he can't see. Hi, buddy. All right, well, Roman's allowing me to love him. Roman's allowing me to love him on one side, but not the other. I think we're totally confusing our robot cam. We are totally confusing our robot cam. This is like my version of AI technology. My version of AI technology, y'all, is horrible. Robot. All right. Can anyone tell me what time it is, the actual time? Like the time on a clock? I'm just wondering if I should go and try to load him or if it's too early. 8:30 my time. I need to be out of here in 1 hour, 9:30. So that's an hour to be in a trailer. That's probably too long. But he's out of feed. They will probably give him a bath at Texas A&M. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I wish Jamie would hurry up. I don't know what her schedule's like. I thought she was gonna come bathe him off and clean him, and at least like give him a spit bath. There's a lot coming off of him. Roman, settle down. You know who I find myself sounding like when I'm working around all of these cows and horses is my peepat. Hush it up, settle down, cut it out. You're gonna fall and get yourself hurt. I guess it just runs in my blood, y'all. I guess it just runs in my blood. So I'm just a peepat. My future is nothing more than just a peepat. Great. That's just great. Well, I don't know. Pop. Let's go ahead and open the trailer up and see how high of a step it's going to be. And we'll find out if we think that we can load him. I don't know if we can or not. And then here's the thing that you guys are not thinking about. If I do load him, he's gonna start getting nervous. He's gonna get nervous that he's being loaded and no one else is being loaded. And so I might be wise not to load him because you don't wanna have him get panicked and start getting nervous. And why have him in the trailer nervous for as long as he's gonna be in there before I can actually leave here with him? That's not twisted, people. That's a factory stitched where it comes up like that. So for those who are saying the halter's twisted, no, it's not. The halter's fine. That's a factory stitching. That's the way it comes. So it's not a twist. So I am going to go ahead and wait because to get him loaded up, but you can see how he's doing with his head. Watch, this is kind of how he's doing right here. And that is one of the things we want to have looked at today to make sure he's not choking on something. There's nothing lodged in his throat. And right now, oh, look at these two. Everybody is so invested in what's going on with Talus. They all want to watch and see what's going on. Val's worried. Val's like, it was nice knowing you, sir. It was a real nice knowing you. He's like, I don't know what's going on with me right now. And then Jim's like, oh, look at this. Jim's like, well, at least it's not me. At least they ain't taking me off. I must be doing something right. Gemma, stop. When no one's leaving, okay? It's not a permanent thing. Thank you for loving me, Roman, and letting me love on you. That was real fun. All right, friends. Well, what I'm going to probably have to do is thank you all for watching. And then I will go ahead and get off of here. I will have to try to find a way to contact. How does that go in there? I'll try to find a way to contact Jamie, but I can't do that while we're on a video, obviously. And then once I contact Jamie, I will. So this here opens up, and then that has a way to. So obviously we will move him to the very front of the trailer. He'll go into the very front. You put the heavier loads up towards the front so the trailer rides better. That's how all of that works. So you can kind of see the setup in here. All right, so we're gonna look good here. We're fine. I will wait to load him though when Jamie gets here. So I can't let you go right now, bud. And but let me go and get off the phone with you all, and I'll give her a call. Uh-oh, I don't want to scare him. Don't want to scare him. Come here, sir. Let's just walk around. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I will, obviously, I will come live again today at some point. Oh boy, there's riffraff. I will come live again today at some point, and we can, I'll be over in College Station. Maybe we'll just have lunch together virtually. How about that? We just have a virtual lunch together. And that way, if the crazy CCL does show up, the crazy Canadian lady, if she does show up, I have plenty of witnesses, okay? All right. Thank y'all for watching. And I'm guessing I'll probably see you all around 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right? And that will have to be over on the Longhorn Lester channel because I've already done the I'm a Survivor channel. All right, we're just gonna take us a little walk. Thank y'all for watching. We love you so much. We are very blessed to have you. Wish this guy luck. Wish him luck today. He's gonna have a big day. He's gonna be nervous. All righty. I do hope Jamie can clean his mouth with something. He looks so horrible. All right, thank y'all for watching. We love you, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.